As you can see, I did a lot more yesterday. Forks obviously on, well they were on yesterday weren't they, but brakes are on, should I say. Brake levers on, clutch levers on, everything is where it should be now really. So yeah, we're getting very close. I've just got to wait for my power commander to arrive. I ordered a power commander yesterday from eBay. So I can fit that, that's what that little bracket is on the back, that's for the power commander to mount onto. I think I'm going to have to play around with the fueling. So that'll give me that option, and then later, you know, I can get it custom mapped on the dyno. That's really, really what it needs. But that'll have to wait, because cannot afford that now. I've spent too much money. Too much money sat here in this bike. So I've got to, I just want to get on the road now and ride it, and then I can play with that. Got to bleed the clutch. I just think that's going to be a pain. I don't know, I'm just expecting it to be a bit of a crap job. But it'll be nice to have a hydraulic clutch, you know, it'd be beautiful that will. So I've got to bleed the clutch, the front brakes have gone back on, and the lever seems to work okay, but I'll probably have to bleed it because it's been sat for a while. You know, I managed to avoid pulling the lever while the brakes are off the bike, so that was quite handy. So, but I think it's going to need a bit of bleeding on that as well. But yeah, once I get the power commander fitted, it has to connect to all of the injectors, which is why I haven't put the tank on yet, because I know it's I'd have to take it off again otherwise, and it's quite a tight fit. I want to just put it on and then that's done. I don't want to keep taking it on and off. And we'll see if she can cool herself without pissing everywhere this time. Have to get some incontinence. Do they make incontinence pads for motorcycles? I may need some. I've got my power commander fitted. Here it is. It's just zip tied on for the time being. I'll have to do a better bracket than that. But it's fitted. Bike's turned on. As am I by this bit of kit. USB connector is in into the laptop. Power commander software loaded up. So that's basically the fuel table, you see. So you've got your throttle position at the top, your revs here, and then at each point you have you have what you're adjusting on the stock fueling. So there we have minus 13% fuel going in at 20% throttle position at 22,500 revs. So that's the way it works. So, you know, under £3,000. This is for a stock exhaust, stock air filter. So it reckons, this map which is on here, it's saying, you know, even on a stock bike, it's making some changes. If I pull, that's like real time this, if I pull the throttle now, you'll see the throttle, that's me opening the throttle on the bike, fully open, off. And if I start it, obviously it will tell me the revs I'm doing and other stuff. So yeah, it's pretty damn cool. Pretty damn cool. This is one of the reasons why I wanted the later engine really, so I could play around with this sort of stuff. I mean, this is damn sight easier than going in and trying to change jets in your carbs, you know, and you can change everything within seconds. So I've downloaded a few of the other maps from Power Commander, and if you go open map file, this is all the maps I've downloaded, and you can pick one up basically and just upload it to the bike if you wanted to. So I could have a play around, you know, with exhaust. I want a bike with an exhaust really. I did play around with, here we go, my bike to start with, I named this one. So, yes, here we go, this map is for a 2004 bike, full exhaust, BMC race air filters, flapper mod in the airbox, which is sort of what I've done. And that's that map, look. So I think we will send map, sending map, there you go, that map is now loaded onto my bike for trial later on. Ooh, clever stuff. And this is the old version of Power Commander. This isn't even the new one. This is Power Commander 3. There's Power Commander 5 now, which does even more fancy stuff. But this is amazing for me. Well, I'm still suffering with a bit of overheating. So I've just invested in some Evans Coolant. Now this is the Waterless Coolant I mentioned before. Basically doesn't boil to, or power cool 180, boils at 180 degrees. So I'm just going to try this in the bike, because I think basically she's not reaching the 106 degrees required for the fan to come on, and it's boiling over. So I wanted to try this stuff anyway. It's not necessarily going to be a fix, but I wanted to try this Evans Coolant. for the fact that you know, it does lots of weird and wonderful things, and there's lots of benefits for it, for your engine, you know, preventing any future boilovers, not getting pressurising the system due to you know, the water boiling and creating airlocks and stuff like that. So first of all, you've got to put some prep fluid in, which gets all the water out. I've basically drained the system anyway, so there's no water in it apart from, you know, residue. So you put this in, this will get the residue, start it up with that in, that'll get the residue out, let it cool down, drain that out. You can actually reuse that, so I'll capture that, and that can be reused a couple of times. And then you put in the actual coolant itself. So I'm going to do that now. Okay, so I've warmed it through with the flush coolant now. And it's just cooled now. I've been cooling for about an hour, so I'm going to drain out that coolant, and then we can add the final Pro Cool. So let's drain. It's very it's almost like wallpaper paste. It's quite very thick, not like normal water, it's much thicker. You can see, I mean, look at that, look at that. You can see it's thicker. I've never seen water do that sort of shape. Oh no, I should better wee before I came out. Okay, new coolant's in, Evans Coolants in there, so we're just going to fire up now, and let's hope the fan comes on, and everything's going well. So here we are. Little rev counter thing I found the other day, little rev counter feature that shows the revs real time there. It's getting close to where it used to boil over now. That of course shouldn't happen with this coolant. We should be able to exceed the 100 mark, hopefully. Let's hope so. If it doesn't, there's something very, very wrong. And all the hoses are very squidgy. You know, I was a bit worried about head gaskets, but there's certainly no pressurisation going on there. That's very squidgy. That's a technical term, by the way. 98. So the fan, I think, should come on about 105, something like that. Is when the fan is set to go off on the ECU. Controlled by the ECU, so there's no way I can make that lower or anything. Without having a manual switch or something, which is also another option, of course. There you go, 100C. This is where she used to piss her pants. It's just gone to 106. Still nothing from the fan. Still nothing from the fan. Why is the fan not coming on now? It's really annoying. Come on, fan. God's sake, 108. It should be on now. Definitely should be on. Wow, it's jammed. That was good. 109 now. Getting hot. That should be on now. Come on. It's a bit sticky, this fan. It makes me wonder if it's bloody some silly progressive thing that comes on a little bit. Really annoying. 112. Trying to do something, I'm sure it is. Annoying. 115. Turning it off. A few bubbles then. Well, oh, what a job, what a job. Finally got this damn sucker sorted, I think. Fan spinning freely now. Ready for a retest tomorrow.
Basic problem was, as you saw, the fan came away from the motor, stripped it all down, and the fan's melted in the middle there, completely melted where it attaches to the motor. So I don't know if that's got so hot because it was binding that the motor's got hot and melted the how it was secured. I don't know, but anyway, I had an RR4 fan here. The fan itself doesn't fit onto the mounting points on the rad, so I just took the plastic, you know, the whole motor and mountings don't line up with the mountings on the rad. So I just took the plastic fan off of the motor and mounted it onto this RRW motor, and now it's spinning relatively free, you know, it's free basically. So tomorrow I can rerun the test again and see if we can finally put an end to this sorry tale of fans, and see if this bloody fan can actually cool the bike. But I think it will, because it was, you know, it was hovering around that temperature for ages with no fan. I think a bit of fan power and she will cool, but we will see. And also the chain should be here tomorrow as well, so we can see. Maybe a little test run up and down the road. Woohoo!